Hi, my name is Annie and this is my model, and today I wanted to talk about how I feel really guilty when I'm not being incredibly productive 100% of the time. Even if I had a really busy workday, I'll come home and I'm forcing myself to read through, I don't know, like articles or to read an educational book or to watch an interesting documentary that will expand my world view in some way. I've realized I've put an immense pressure on myself to constantly be doing something that's going to better me in the long term. And I think that derives from the feeling of guilt I kind of have for like my being in the world, not in like a sad way, but I recognize that I'm kind of privileged and I have kind of this step up and I have the ability to improve other people's lives. Ever since I was a little kid, it was always like learning about the hardships that others are going through and recognizing that those hardships aren't things that I have to deal with. I'm never hungry, I'm never starving, I'm never like thirsty and I don't have water. You know, all those things. I have a roof over my head, and I think I feel really guilty for that, and I really want to put all my energy towards helping those who don't have the things. And kind of the thing that I tell myself to kind of lessen the guilt is one day you're going to be doing a lot for all those people, but right now you have to go to school, learn, get your education and get to the job that's going to be helping those people. And I realize like when I have some downtime, I need to be learning, I need to be bettering myself in some way, I need to be expanding my mind, because if I'm not and I'm just sitting, laying in bed, I feel like personally responsible. Like if I am laying in this bed, twiddling my fingers, like doing nothing, am I preventing some kid from learning in 20 years? I don't know. Like I come up with these really weird, not weird scenarios, but I just get these weird feelings. Like if I'm not doing something right now, I am doing a disservice to someone because I am not growing myself. And I realize that is really bad because it actually hinders your growth in the long term. Guilt is a completely wasted emotion and it doesn't make sense and it's not doing anyone any favors, so why keep feeling it? So today I kind of, had that little mini epiphany. I was writing in my journal right here. And I suddenly wrote, wait a second, I am consumed with this guilt to just simply being. And so then I started researching because I finally had like the words to describe what I was feeling, because I didn't know what it was. Like I just always felt very unsettled. Even right now, I feel something like in my chest. I'm like, I don't know, man. And so I started researching and I found a lot of things on it actually. Like this is a common thing. And one thing that I'm going to quote from the Psych Central, Tartakovsky said, "We link our behaviors, our performance, our productivity to our self-worth." And that's so true because I never had to survive, so to say. I was always kind of had a really comfortable life. We weren't rich, but we were comfortable, and that's a lot better than a lot of people. And I think that's where that inherent guilt comes in. It's like you can always be doing more. But at the end of the day, like I've been reading more and it's basically like this is the guilt for where you are, for how you were born, for like the family structure, the family social ladder that you were born in. It's not going to do yourself any favors in the long run, just being guilty about it. Yeah, when we are being less productive, we feel like we are doing something wrong. But actually this time of like not doing anything, like just like sitting and breathing or like meditating or just doing something for yourself that relaxes you is actually helping you out in the long term, because it's the time that you get to kind of settle your thoughts. And you can't be a superhero. You can't be like on duty helping others, thinking about that, like obsessing over the fact that you need to help others constantly. Like that is hindering your potential to help people in the long run. Like that's like I feel like I'm driving myself crazy, and it's really bad because I mean, if I'm crazy, I can't help anyone. I can't even help myself, right? So first, it's hard, but you have to be selfish. You have to kind of put yourself first. Like if you want to watch that movie, like this is your life, and if you don't watch the movie, you're just gonna, like, that's no life to live either. Like, everyone has to put themselves first, even though there are people struggling. Like, that's the reality of the world. Like, you can't help everyone. I think that's something that, like, I have to learn. Like, I can't help everyone. Even if I dedicate my whole life to, let's say, helping women escape abusive relationships, working, like, I don't know, in the domestic field, I'm still neglecting all the, I don't know, people who are starving. If you're like me, like, I think we just need to calm down and recognize that we're not superheroes, and we still have our own lives to live, even though there are other people who are struggling. And it's just beautiful that you do want to help those people. And, you know, like, I know I'm gonna help, like, someone in my life. Like, I know I never want to, like, hurt people. And I guess that's just doing a lot in of itself, just acknowledging that you're not one of those people who's here to take. Like, you're here to give. And it sucks because, like, you can't give enough, but it's not your job to give everything. Like, everyone should be pitching in, and we should all be coming together collectively. You know, it's not all up to you. And I think that's, like, one of the stresses in my life. Like, I want to help so badly, but I need to acknowledge I can't help everything, and I can't help everyone. And that's just the reality of things. But I guess, like, what you have to focus on is the things that you're helping. Like, right now, maybe I'm not working in some nonprofit organization saving people's lives, but I can acknowledge that I'm doing good. I'm being a good person, spreading good vibes and good energies by just, like, being there for my friends, or, you know, smiling at the person at the cash register, you know, just like small things. And those are the ways that I'm being a good person, and I have to acknowledge that that is enough. Like, I can't be running around saving cats from trees all day long, you know, like, no one can do that. I'm trying to convince myself, I'm trying to say more to convince myself, but honestly, I don't feel convinced. So I feel like it's something that you just have to work on. Like, I'm honestly, like, I still don't believe it. Like, I'm still like, must go, like, should go volunteer right now, you know, but I honestly, like, feel my heart, like, my chest is, like, sad. But I guess, yeah, it's just something that you work on, and, like, every day, maybe, like, just acknowledge, like, the goals that you're going to accomplish, and acknowledge that if you don't accomplish those goals, or like know that you're still enough, and that you're not, like, it's not your thing. It's not, like, like, we can't be expected to, like, be helping others all the time, even though it's also sad. Like, I don't know. It's very sad. It's very sad. The world is very sad, but, like, we need to put ourselves first. So that's my thing. That's my talk. I'm probably going to research this more. You should research it too if you're anything like me. But yeah, I don't know. It's something that you work on, like, this feeling of guilt. I think it also ties into, like, other problems that I have. So, like, I just need to handle my guilt and just know it's okay. I'm just being a person, and I'm honestly, like, I'm genuinely trying the best that I can, and that is okay. At the end of the day, that is okay. So, yay. That is my talk. Nice. Go do good things, but be kind to yourself.